to the audio fit proposal, the AFS proposal. I just want to introduce the team here. I'm Don Rydell. We've got Jay Pohl over here, Gerald Freeman. Our other compatriot here, Milani Figueroa, she's actually on assignment in Washington, D.C. She's researching the East Coast market for us for AudioFit, so she was not able to be here, but she was definitely an integral part of this entire thing. So let's go and get this show on the road. I just want to talk a little about what we can expect tonight. We're first off going to go a little over what AudioFit is all about, who we are, the problem that we've run into that has brought us to this point, the solution that we have, I think, developed to be able to overcome the solution, some important, boring documentation type of information. We want to go over important business projections and where we think this is going to take us. Jay and Gerald are going to go ahead and demo the system for you, so you're actually going to get to see the live prototype tonight. And at that point, after that's all over, we'll go ahead and have a Q&A section. So if you can please hold your questions till the end. We'll go ahead and take care of all those, okay? So, AudioFit has been around since 1998. Having the domain www.audiofit.com, the founder was pretty smart buying something that early. We've actually been able to achieve a #1 ranking in Google, and what we have done with that is we are an advertising portal for car audio installation shops in California. Now, we currently have about 50 clients statewide. Most of those are here in the Southern California area, San Diego especially, a little bit Orange County and LA. And the advertising portal, all it is, you log on, it's just like any other advertising portal at this point. You get there, we show up at the top for Car Audio California. That's not a bad place to be. However, in recent months, we've been starting to see a dip in sales. We've actually lost a few clients. And in a recent employee survey, there was some kind of disturbing information that we got from employees, and I thank our employees for our honesty. But some comments were something along the lines of, I think we've gone as far as we can go as a company. We can't go any further. We're stagnating as a company. And that definitely brought up cause for concern among the management team. Based on that, we decided to say, hey, this is what our employees think, what do our clients think right now? So we just kind of gave them a broad scale of 1 to 5 on several, do you feel you're getting enough business, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And our average rating was 2.7. And that is unacceptable, and if we continue to operate with those kind of numbers, we're not going to be able to continue as a company. So we needed to come up with a new business model. And we spoke of May Figueroa. She actually just bought a house out here in San Diego. But she used a company that I think we've all heard of, lendingtree.com. And she was just talking about it in the lunchroom. Just talking, when banks compete, you win. And in our brainstorming session, she brought up the idea of, well, what if we could have a business model similar to LendingTree? Utilize the #1 ranking we still have on Google and take that to the next level and actually bring customers and clients together. Because, yeah, we have clients. We have about 50 clients, but the customers don't ever really have any kind of interaction with AudioFit. So what we've come up with is AFS. That's what we're calling it, AFS. It's the AudioFit system. And there's a couple of, anytime you're looking at designing a software system, one of the first things you say is, okay, do we build this? We have programmers on staff. Can we build something like this? Or do we just buy an off-the-shelf type of system? This is a very specific type of business model system that we would be looking at, and there's really no company out there that's going to make something with the specifications that we need. So we're going to go ahead and have our great programming team deal with that. So what does it really need to do? And we talked about how customers need to have a secure login. They need to be able to get in and out of the website securely and no one compromising their information, because the way it's going to have some pertinent information about them, and we want them to feel very secure. cost-wise, where we're gonna meet and break even is right at about the 5-year mark. It's gonna cost us about $100,000 to develop the solution and a good 15 to 25 to maintain it over the next couple of years. But the revenue we're gonna get back as we build our brand further and get more clients in and not just stay in California, but start expanding all across the United States. We're definitely going to be able to see, inside of a 5-year range. And this is, what's the word I'm looking for? This is conservative. I personally think these numbers could be through the roof compared to this. But we definitely will break even within 5 years, and I think management is going to be happy about that. The way the system is built to work, we kind of talked a little about this, and I'm just going to, this might be a little technical for a couple of people in the audience, and that's fine. Bottom line, it's going to be, the employee is going to be able to generate reports. The reports are going to come from whichever data store you're looking at. So whether it's the user's database or the customers or the clients, you're going to be able to get that